Hi, everybody. We're here with Rebecca Enan. She's a very talented painter and artist. Here's another episode of Enjoying the Artist in Us All. So, we're going to start off here with a few questions, a nice interview for her. Are you ready, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when did you discover your love of art?
I was probably I was really young. I was probably 4 or 5 when I could first pick up a pencil, honestly. And I would just draw at my grandma's house, and it was pretty awesome.
Is that what you started with, was just drawing
Yeah.
graphite?
Yeah.
Interesting. Did you always feel that you produced good stuff, or did you, just enjoy it at first and then eventually realize that you were really good at it and started getting proud with it?
I didn't show anybody my paintings or even drawings for a long time because I just I didn't ever think they were that good. My drawings I would show my parents, but and they would give me critique on them, and then eventually I did show people. I started taking art classes when I was in a sophomore in high school, and then I just improved my art from there. And then I didn't show my paintings to anybody until last year.
Really?
Yeah.
And would you like to remind the audience how old you are right now?
I'm 19.
She's 19, so when she was 18, she felt proud enough to show her paintings off to people. So you all are pretty lucky to be seeing these paintings right now. Do you prefer more realism, obtuse, or enlighten me? Explain to me your style.
I go more abstract. I just paint what I feel in the moment. It's just if I want to do swirls or just flows, I just do that, and it turns out really good every time. So I love it.
All right. Okay. So you do enjoy that, but do you ever try to paint images you see, reproduce things?
I've tried to paint my friends before, but it never turns out quite right, and I always end up reverting back to my abstract type.
Have you ever tried to do it abstractly, though?
I've never tried to paint an actual picture abstractly.
Like a person, I think you could do that. I think you could do that very well. Just
really
using
cool.
color, just putting the piece together.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, is there any specific artists that you follow or that inspire you?
I like to follow, I really do like Vincent van Gogh. He's really cool, but I don't really I'm not inspired by many artists. I just kind of do my own thing. But I like Picasso too, because his portraits are really kind of abstract, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, they're really good. Do you ever go to art museums and
I love the
enjoy
Albright.
it? Albright, yeah.
I go there quite a bit. If they have new exhibits, I like to check them out. I try to go there every few months.
Did you go? It was probably about 4 or 5 months ago. The Picasso? No, it was even longer. It was probably 7 months.
I did.
It was quite a while. That was really good. I went to that twice.
I went to that, and I went to the Monet one that they had.
Oh, I love Monet.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I missed out on that one, though. We got to go sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we got one more question. So, when you are getting ready to paint, do you just sit down and do it and paint what you feel, or do you have to feel a certain way to get in the mood to paint?
Sometimes I have to be in a certain mood, but if I'm in a bad mood, painting puts me in a good mood. So I like to do it when I'm in a bad mood sometimes, because then sometimes really great stuff comes out of it.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's it for my questions. Do you have anything you want to add before we show off some of your pieces?
No, not really. I just love what I do, and it's really awesome to share it with everybody.
All right, cool.
I'm really excited.
She's got 3 paintings here?
Yep.
Want to show one at a time?
Okay, yeah.
So we can explain them all? All right.
This one I did in December of 2016, the 29th actually, I wrote it on the back. I don't know what I would call it, honestly, but it took me 12 hours. I sat down and I just did it, for 12 hours straight.
Wow, that's awesome.
And actually took photos of the progression, but it started off as not this. Trust me, it looked like an eyeball almost, but then it just blossomed into this, and I added a little bit of glitter in the middle here. I really love this one. This one's my favorite, probably. And it took me the longest one to do, so I really love it.
It's very nice. Do you want to explain a little bit of the progression or the steps that you took through it? If you remember anything?
Yeah, I'll try. I know it started this was like the eye part right here.
Mm-hmm.
It was like blue and it had little like squiggles coming off of it. And I guess I just didn't like that very much, so I made this. This is the one part that is actually part of the original, like, idea I had. And then that just, like, blossomed. Like, it looked like fire and ice almost, just, like, clashing in the middle. And it was super cool. Like...
Yeah, I really like this.
And now it just turned into this, and I love it.
It's very nice. Anything else you want to add about it?
No, I think that's about it.
All right, let's check out the next one.
Okay. This one I did this year, actually. Not too long ago. And it reminds me of peacock feathers almost.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And I did this at my friend's house. We were having paint night. I don't know much to say about it. It didn't take me quite as long because I kind of knew where I was going with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it only took me 4 or 5 hours. But I do love always in all my paintings, like, doing this, like, orange part. Like,
yeah.
Just having
that blend is amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah, it looks like when you stare at the sun, at least the part that's more orange and yellow, not so much the bottom where it's more pure yellow, but that it looks like when you look at the sun and it's just burning. It's awesome. That's great color.
And I always use acrylics for all my paintings. I probably should have added that.
Oh, I should have asked that question. I'm a bad interviewer. I mean, I know it's not white. It's more of like a blend of white and purple, but your use of the negative space is pretty great towards the top middle there.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I really like using titanium white, actually. That's one of my favorite colors to, like, blend in with everything. And you can actually kind of see it in both these paintings a little bit. Like, here and here, I'll just blend it in if I feel like it's a little too plain and I want to add something to it.
Excellent. Do you have a name for this one? I'm sorry if you already said.
No, I don't have a name for any of them at the moment. I'm trying to figure it out because I know this one looks like peacock feathers and this one kind of reminds me of fire and ice. So it's like...
Coming up with that creative name is tough.
Yeah. I want to do something original, not just like, you know.
Right. Before you flipped, I saw a little bit of that. That looks great. Wow.
I just got new acrylics, so I was like super excited to try them.
That is wonderful.
And so I got like gold in there, and I have some silver somewhere, but I didn't actually paint some of it. Like, this part is just white.
Right, but still, like I said, the use of that negative space is really, really awesome.
Yeah. I really love this one.
And all the dimension you create with just that little bit of streak in some places. Wow.
But I definitely don't know what to call this one because it's just there's so much going on, but like I love it so much. It's one of my favorites. I mean, these are 3 of my favorites, but yeah, I really love this one. This one took me about a week to do. I didn't do it all at once because I just couldn't. I really wanted to, like, I was going to do it for someone originally, but then that person ended up not wanting a painting anymore, so I was like, I'll just keep it because I love it so much.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to give away your pieces because there'll never be another one that's the same.
Yeah.
You make stuff similar, but it'll never be the same.
Yeah. I actually have, my doctor wants to put them in his office so I can sell them there.
Wow.
And I'm so excited about that because, I mean, like, I can make prints and stuff, but I'll just sell the originals, and, I mean, it's going to be hard, like, letting them go, but I think it'd be cool to be on someone's wall.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think that's about it.
All right, cool. So I just have one more question then.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Obviously you're a great painter, but is there any other type of art that you delve into?
Definitely drawing. Like, I wish I could take it down because it's on my wall, but there's, like, I do realistic, drawings, and, I do some, like, fantasy, like, type stuff, so it's kind of weird, which is why I didn't really want to, like, show it.
Oh yeah, and that's more than okay.
Yeah, but, my realistic stuff, like, I really, it takes a long time for me to do that, so I don't have very many of those, but, the last time I did that was probably high school, honestly, like, realistic. I've been doing a lot of fantasy lately, so.
Fantasy's great. What do you prefer?
It's hard to say, because I do like how I feel after I do a realistic piece, like, it looks so cool. but the fantasy pieces I do, they're really cool too. Like, I did the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Actually, I only got through 2 so far, and I'm working on the 3rd. And those all look really awesome right now.
Cool.
I want to finish the series before I like show it off, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, hopefully sometime in the future we can show those off.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Becca, thank you so much for showing us how there's an artist in us all.
Of course.
Thank you for the interview. Thank you for the paintings. They were wonderful.
No problem.
We're going to cut it out here, guys.
All right.
Thank you for having us. Have a good rest of your day.